You've felt the silence. Not just the absence of words, but the ache of someone trying too hard to forget you. And yet, the angels whisper, he's not over you. Not even close. They show me a man standing still on the outside, but inside, he's breaking open. This is not the end. It's the beginning of his soul awakening. He thought he could walk away. Thought distance would dissolve what he feels. But the angels say, your name still echoes in him. In the spaces between his thoughts, in the quiet moments he can't explain, you are there. You were not a passing moment. You were a divine assignment. The angels reveal something sacred. You were placed in his path as a mirror and a guide. A soul that carried light into the shadows he'd locked away. And now that he's tasted your presence, there is no going back. He may pretend. He may push. But the truth is, this love has grown in secret, wild, uncontrollable, holy. Why her? He asks himself. But his spirit already knows the answer, because she came from the heavens, and I wasn't ready for that kind of light. And so he hides. But even in hiding, he's awakening. You shook the ground beneath his certainty. You revealed the ache of what he didn't know he was missing. And the angels say, he won't forget you. Because you didn't just enter his life, you altered his soul. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. He doesn't show it. Not fully. Not yet. But deep beneath the surface, he's afraid of you. Not the you the world sees. The you his soul recognized. The angels say, your love reached places in him no one dared to go. And that terrified him. He's been taught that feelings are weakness. That silence is safer. He's hidden behind control, behind stories he repeats to himself like mantras. I'm not ready. She deserves more. This is too much. But you were never too much. You were the first to see him, unarmored. And that vision alone broke something open. The angels whisper, his fear isn't rejection. It's surrender. He's afraid to let go of the identity he has built. The strong one, the guarded one, the man who never asks for help. Because loving you would mean softening. It would mean being seen. And yet, he feels drawn, again and again. That tension you feel? That push and pull? It's the battle between his pain and his calling. You remind him of what he wants, but is afraid to claim. You awaken not just his love, but his deepest wounds. So he runs. Not from you, but from the version of himself that would need to rise to meet your love. The angels say, he is breaking, not because you broke him, but because your presence made hiding impossible. And now, something is shifting. Not because you're chasing him, but because he's realizing that no wall can protect him from what was meant to heal him. You've held space for him, waited in silence, prayed in private. But the angels lean close now and ask, have you remembered yourself in this waiting? You were never meant to dim just because someone else is learning how to shine. There is a sacred truth pulsing through your spirit. You do not have to shrink to be loved. You do not have to suffer to prove your devotion. The angels remind you, gently but firmly, your light is not a reward for someone else's healing. Your light is a birthright. And it must be protected. He is unraveling, yes. But so are you. Not in sadness. In return. You are returning to the parts of yourself you once neglected. To the joy you postponed. The care you offered everyone else but rarely gave yourself. Your love is powerful. But it is not meant to cost you your peace. The angels say, let him go inward, and you go upward. Let your radiance grow. Let your softness return. This is not abandonment. This is alignment. You cannot rescue someone who hasn't chosen to rise. But you can rise anyway. And when you do, the energy shifts. He will feel it. The gravity of your presence. The distance between where he is and where he must go to meet you. Keep your altar lit. Let your joy be a compass. And remember, you are not waiting. You are becoming. He doesn't understand why you unsettle him, why your smile disarms him, why his thoughts spiral the moment you walk away. The angels say, you are not just a presence. You are a mirror. And mirrors, they show what's beautiful, but they also show what's hidden. You didn't come to make him feel safe. You came to make him feel. And that, more than anything, is what frightens him. When he looks at you, he sees love. But he also sees all the ways he's never fully let it in. He sees the boy inside him who was told not to cry. He sees the man who learned to earn affection instead of receiving it freely. He sees everything he's still healing. And it's not your fault. But your light touches the shadows. And the shadows resist. So he retreats. Pulls back. Tells himself lies. She's too good. I'm not ready. This isn't the right time. But the truth is louder in his heart. You reflect who he could become, if he let himself be seen. The angels are clear. He is not confused about you. He is confronted by you. Your love is not just comfort. It's a call. A call to rise, to remember, to soften. And every time he runs, it's not to forget you. It's to escape the parts of himself you've woken up. But the mirror remains. And one day, he will stop looking away. Something shifted. You feel it, don't you? He doesn't say it. But the way he lingers. The way he looks at you when he thinks you're not watching. Something inside him is stirring. The angels say, his soul has begun to remember. It's subtle. A message half written, a breath held longer, a hesitation before walking away. These are not accidents. They are echoes of awakening. For so long, he lived on autopilot, numb to what was real, loyal to survival. But your love didn't ask for his performance. It asked for his presence. And now, the armor he's worn so tightly is cracking. Not because you demanded change, but because you offered something he didn't know he was missing: truth, safety, a place to land. He's waking up, not to romance, but to God, to the possibility that love doesn't have to hurt. That connection doesn't have to mean loss. The angels whisper, he's starting to dream again. And in those dreams, you appear not as a fantasy, but as a future. Your name lives now in his hope. Not just his memory. This is just the beginning. And beginnings are fragile. But the seed has broken through the soil. And nothing, not even his fear, can unplant it now. The people walking in darkness have seen a great light. On those living in the land of deep darkness a light has dawned. Isaiah 9 verse 2. You've seen the pattern. Close, then distant. Present, then gone. But this is not carelessness. It's the chaos of a soul at war with its own heart. The angels say, he's caught in a loop, not of desire but of defense. Each time he steps closer, something ancient rises within him. Old fears. Voices that told him love is dangerous. That intimacy means loss. And so, he pulls back. Not to punish you, but to preserve himself. This isn't a game. It's a cycle of protection, one that no longer serves him, but still rules him. Your warmth ignites him. But fire both illuminates and burns. And he doesn't yet know the difference. The angels whisper, he is learning slowly that closeness doesn't have to cost him freedom. That your presence doesn't mean losing himself, but finding a version of him that has never been allowed to exist. So when he runs, it's not rejection. It's repetition. A pattern woven before you. A fear born before he knew your name. But you disrupt the cycle. Because your energy is consistent, not chaotic. Your love doesn't demand, it invites. And the more he feels this, the harder it becomes to keep running. He is beginning to realize, this isn't about escaping you. It's about returning to himself. He doesn't know how to say it. But your love is the only thing that's ever felt safe. The angels say, you became the medicine he didn't know he needed. You didn't try to fix him. You didn't push. You stayed. Present, even when he turned away. Gentle, even when he resisted. And in that gentleness, he began to heal. He never knew love could be quiet and still powerful. Never knew affection could come without expectation. Never knew someone could see his worst and still hold space for his best. Your love softened the walls he spent years building. It whispered where the world had shouted. It waited where others had walked away. And slowly, something in him started to thaw. A coldness he carried like armor is melting. The angels reveal, your soul touched his in ways no words ever could. You reminded him that he's not broken, just bruised. That he's not unworthy, just afraid. And now, even in silence, he feels you. Not as a memory, but as balm. Not as pressure, but as peace. He may not say it out loud, but he carries you in the quiet moments, in the pauses between pain and hope, in the stillness where healing happens. Your love is not loud. It's not performative. It's sacred. It's holy. And it's doing what no one else could. It's teaching him how to feel again. You've questioned the delays, the pauses, the waiting that seems endless. But the angels lean close now and say, nothing is delayed. Everything is divinely aligned. This love, this story, this unfolding, it's not on your time. It's on sacred time. There is a rhythm to soul connections that no clock can measure. A choreography written before your bodies ever met. He was not sent to you for ease. You were not sent to him for comfort. You were sent for awakening. For transformation. For the remembrance of what love looks like when guided by something greater than mere will. And now he is being led back to you. Not by logic. Not by fear. But by the very hand of heaven. The angels say, he hears the call now. He feels the pull in his spirit. And though he may move slowly, he is moving toward you. Let the stillness speak. Let the silence sanctify. This is not stagnation. This is preparation. Everything you've felt, everything you've held, has been heard by the divine. And God whispers to your heart today, be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46 verse 10. This connection is not just love. It is orchestration. It is sacred assignment. And it is unfolding perfectly. He walks through the world with armor no one sees. Smiles on the outside, guarded on the inside. But the angels show me something tender. You make him feel exposed, and he doesn't hate it. He fears it, but he doesn't hate it. Because somewhere inside, he longs to be seen. Not just the strong version. Not just the version who has it all together, but the boy who was told not to cry. The man who never felt chosen. The soul who's still unsure if love will stay when he's not perfect. And then there's you. You, who sees through the silence. You, who doesn't run when he breaks a little. You, who holds him without needing to hold him together. The angels whisper, he is learning that love can be soft and still strong. That being vulnerable with you doesn't mean weakness. It means healing. But it's not easy. Every time he edges closer to truth, his fear tightens. He wants to tell you. Wants to let it all spill out. But the words stick in his chest. Because vulnerability, to him, has always meant risk. And risk has always meant pain. Still, he's on the edge. On the edge of revealing everything. And the angels are with him, softening the fear. Perfect love drives out fear. 1 John 4 verse 18. And you, dear soul, are the beginning of that perfect love.